Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ilham Esa Firdaus. I'd like to explain about Simon Says Games. Here we know this is listening activities that help children to improve their listening skills. And the Simon Says Games is activities or games that began from the teacher as assignments that will give the instruction for students that students have to follow to win the game. And then the next, how about the steps to do the Simon Says Games. Here, the steps to do Simon Says Game. Step 1. The teacher stands in front of class and he explains the rules of game. Then the next, the teacher will be the Simon first and gives instruction which the students must to follow if there is the phrase Simon says before the instruction. Step 3. The teacher checks the students to make sure they are doing whatever the instruction. Those who didn't follow the instruction are out of the game and have to sit down. Then the next, the teacher gives another instruction but starts without the phrase Simon says. Try to fool the students into following the teacher. And then step 5, the teacher checks to see if anyone do the instruction without the phrase Simon says. Anyone who did is out of the game and has to sit down. And then the last, keep playing until only one person left and the student is winner. Then get to be Simon in the next round.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you always in good condition. In this section, I'm gonna explain about improving young learners listening through storytelling. With using storytelling as a means to help improve young learners' listening skills in English language learning by teaching them listening strategies they could apply during storytelling to better comprehend the stories they listen to. Okay, we are going to the next one. Applying listening strategies used in storytelling to other listening tasks and activities in class. For number 1, when listening a story in class in order to facilitate the listening process with other listening tasks and activities in class by giving them examples of how they can apply those strategies to their course books activities. Second one, learners will be asked to complete a questionnaire to understand their attitude towards stories at the beginning, followed by 4 storytelling activity worksheets which were done after they were told stories to check their listening comprehension. The last but not least, we are as a teachers in the future must have so many creativity to teach our students. That's all. I think that's all about my explanations in this section. I hope my explanation can give you any inspirations, and thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ade Putri Tania. I want to tell you about the steps of my listening strategies. That is the steps of my listening strategies. The title is Guess What This Is. And the last, this is the source.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hafid Mahmudi. I'm from the 5th semester. And here I want to describe about using BEETLE Drive game in teaching listening for young learners. The standard process of teaching English for young learners is listed in the Regulation of Education Ministerial, that the teaching process must be interactive, inspiring, fun, challenging, motivating, and giving creativity and responsibility. BEETLE Drive game is one of the games that can be used for teaching English instructions in listening for elementary school students. The purpose of teaching listening for elementary school students is giving response to the simple instructions. Here are some strategies and procedures in applying BEETLE Drive game in teaching listening. The first is putting the children into a group that consists of 7 students. And the second, the teacher is explaining the rules and procedure clearly to the students. And the third, the learner are asked to listen first, and then they will give response in form of some actions. The fourth, the teacher puts the groups of students on their area that will be decorated and give a set of material to be used in decorating for each group. Then the fifth, teacher asks them to play the dice to decide the turn of being blindfold player. Blindfold player is the player who the eyes are covered by handkerchief. And the sixth, the blindfold player will take one of the media and helping tools in the middle of the class and mention it to her or his friend. Then the guidance player will take the envelope for a location map based on what they heard. So, and the last, the winner of the game is the group who finished decorating their area firstly and say BEETLE. Okay, the conclusion here is the game can help young learners to develop in cognitive and socio-emotional, especially for listening skills. One example of the game for teaching instructions in listening is BEETLE Drive game. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, my name is Ahmad Rahmatullah from English Department 5th semester A class, and I'm going to tell you about listening strategy. It is reading while listening strategy in course teaching English for young learners. Okay, this is the content of my material about reading while listening strategy. So the first is about reading and listening itself. Second, reading while listening explanation, and third is step of application. So, reading and listening are two skills which have to be mastered when we learn language. So without this skill, we cannot learn language properly and get many information inside it. So reading itself is gaining information based on what we see. However, it not only just what we see, so because when we watch a movie or seeing the conditions, it is also reading. But in this context, reading is about a text, and listening, it is receiving sound process and delivered into our brain and process it, and yeah, we get something what we understand, and we get the point of the content of the sound. Reading while listening is a new method. Yeah, actually everyone have not met this method before, so I try to expose based on my experience. So I think this is great for young learners. So the first is reading while listening is a method which combines listening skills and reading skills. It is also involves our hearing sense and seeing sense, so it is needs extra focus to get good result, and this method stimulate our eyes and ears working together. So we will do two activity in single time, so reading while listening. So we also read a text or picture which is support the audio. Steps of application, there are 4 steps to do reading while listening method. So the first is prepare the audio, surely in the best quality. Second, prepare the picture or text which support the audio, so you can get the picture or text. It is based on your goal of or your purpose. Third is you can play the audio when the previous steps is ready. Yeah, you can play the audio while they read the text or a picture which is support the audio. And the third and the last is discussion time, so you can discuss to evaluate the method and get the result of the method.